Hello and good afternoon. Well, it's the morning time. It's 11:07. I was about to say good afternoon, but it is the morning. It is 11:07 a.m. And I just finished recording from my other page, my brand, my main page, and I wanted to come over here and just boost the algorithm, keep it going, try to be consistent, gain the audience. You know what I mean. If you already are a subscriber, you already know that I'm trying to grow my page and it's not easy at all. But with this page, it gives me an opportunity and a chance to at least build my page, say what I have to say, use it as a podcast, make no mistakes. Well, of course, I'm going to make mistakes all the way, make no apologies, speak clearly, rewire my brain. And I think this is the platform to do it. But this is Insight and Perspective with Bronx Girl. Welcome. Welcome to my channel. Sit back and listen. If you don't already know, my channel is based on relationships, fashion. I can't see the comments because the last time I went live, it took like 20 minutes before the comments showed up. So I don't know if that's the case over here, but I'm just talking and giving commentary. So if you are here, I can't see the comments for now. I'm going to go on my tablet because I know this page is a little dead, so a lot of people don't get the notifications, and I don't have that many subscribers. But in due time, we will grow because that's what I plan on doing. So I'm gonna go to my home page to see if the notification came up, which is it don't look like it did. Let me see. Give me a second, please. No, it didn't. Oh my goodness. Wow. What's going on with StreamYard? They definitely, I just definitely don't see my channel up here. Let me go to give me a moment, everyone, please. Let me just switch accounts and see if I got the notification 2 minutes ago. Okay, let me turn this down. I don't know why the hell I didn't get any. I don't know why I didn't get a notification on my channel, but I logged in from my other channel. Let me write something. Let me see. Let me write something. Because y'all know I'm very vain. I don't make no apologies about that. Hello, beautiful people. Okay, I'm going to post it. I'm going to tag, I'm going to pin it. Hello, beautiful people. This is for me writing from my other page. Wait. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome. Why am I, and welcome. I don't know if y'all seen the title, but of course you seen the title. The title is What is a Good Man? I think we all should embrace certain topics. Let me see. I'm gonna post it and then go back to my channel. Give me a few moments. I can see the chat from my other page, Alter Ego, but I can't see it from my original page. But I just want everyone to know that's in here, that's listening. Just sit back and relax. You don't have the pressure of commenting. I see it's like 5 people in here, which is good for me. It's okay for me. I don't need a broad audience until now. But if you are someone that likes listening to podcasts and like relationship content, just pass the information along. Tell your friends and family to tune into this channel where it gets controversial. It's going to probably be a little bit explicit, more so than any channel that you probably ever listened to about relationships. So, and that's the idea. And I don't want to turn anyone off or make anyone feel uncomfortable. So I will respect everyone, whoever is a part of the channel and participate and listen in and just want to gain information or just get a different insight and a different perspective on relationships. So let me just start off by saying today's a beautiful day in New York City. Zachary is off to school. Dropped him off earlier. I made a pit stop, came back. I went live on Alter Ego Perspective. Um, I don't know, y'all. So I like talking about fashion, and I don't want to go on camera right now because I'm not like fully presented, but if I just like to put the image in your head. So today I forgot that I had these Jordans that I bought my first pair of Jordans ever at the age of 44. And when I say that I like these Jordans and I thought that I was going to be the only one with them on, I was fooling myself, me and my wishful magical thinking. But they the Olympic Jordans, the blue and white ones. And I had bought Zachary a pair. I had to buy Zachary a pair. I took him to school. The first day of school, every child in the school had on a pair of Olympic Jordans. They mad cute though. They like navy blue and white. So I'll keep these forever and put them away and keep them in great condition. Zachary don't like wearing his because I think with Jordans, I don't know, you have to buy a size bigger. I wear size 9 in women and I got a size 7 and boys, but they fit though, and they mad cute. So I threw these on. You know, they are comfortable, and they're basketball sneakers. I have on a pair of light blue jeans, and I have on a blue navy hoodie that says Bronx, New York. So yeah, I'm kind of casual tomboy today. But yeah, if you haven't already gone out and got you a pair of Olympic Jordans, even if you don't like Jordans, I think people that don't like Jordans who wouldn't buy Jordans, these are the sneakers for you, the Olympic ones. The blue and navy. The navy blue and the white. So these are so cute. They're comfortable too. So that was my outfit of the day, and went. I didn't even have Dunkin' Donuts today because I was like, no, I'll try something different. I'll probably get it tomorrow. I need to abstain from Dunkin' Donuts for a while. If you are Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks or a coffee lover, you know how it goes. But yeah, let's get on with it. Yesterday I cooked. Um, I'm simple cook. I don't go overboard. Price of food is going up. It's going to be high cost living in the next 4 years with our 47th president. So I was hearing, I didn't even go to the supermarket to go food shopping. I have to today or tomorrow. But with that being said, like at my supermarket, you get points. So if you get like 500,000 points, you get $100 off your groceries. And I'm at that point. I'm at the point where I could spend $100 and don't have to pay nothing. Maybe I have to pay the remaining balance, like $5. But I think that'll be fun for me to do. I don't know if I want to take anyone along to see, but I'll do that for you guys. I'll do that shopping for you guys and show you how I shop and my supermarket and how it looks and just for fun, and I'll post it. I don't think I'm gonna go live, but maybe I'll just do a video and see if I can go a little bit above $100, probably 105, 110, and I'll just pay the remaining balance, $100 off the groceries. That is a super great, decent deal. That is, I don't know. It just feel good. I waited for like a year to get those points, 500,000 just to get $100 off of groceries. So we'll see how that go. Good morning, Mary. How are you? Welcome to the chat. I was just, trying to start with opening remarks. I don't know what's wrong with my phone. I'm going live from my phone, but I see the comments. The last live I was on, the comments didn't pop up until like 18 minutes later, which is crazy. I don't know what's going on with that. But with this live, I just came here so we can have an open conversation. This is a live for people that want to listen in and give their opinion or just sit back and relax. And one of the topic is, what is a good man? You know, I know that this channel is based and surrounded in relationship content, but I don't want the men, because men are the weaker sex, and it's just proven. It's a proven fact that they are the weaker sex. And I'm not here to pick on the men. Like I say, I hate the men that I hate and I love the men that I love. And if you didn't make the cut, oh well. That's gonna be my motto. You ladies, you women should embed that in your head also. It's okay to hate a man, not in a malicious uh, a vengeful way, but like I don't have to love you because you are a man. If I don't have to love you because society told you and tells you that you are here to dominate and you are the dominant sex and you are the stronger sex. I don't have to love you for those reasons. I don't have to love you because you are a man, right? Hi, yours truly. Oh, thank you, yours truly. How are you? I was just, going off on, starting my introduction. So when I say I hate men, it's not like, oh my goodness, people, even women, I get so shocked and so taken aback by women telling me how I am about men. And because we all know, if we have dated, I'll be 45 in August. I just need to make that clear with my audience who don't know. And we are conditioned as women to think that we are supposed to get married. We are supposed to be in long-term relationships. There's nothing wrong with being married. Marriage is a beautiful thing and it's a beautiful union. If anyone in my audience is married, congratulations to you. Marriage is not easy. It does take effort and work, just like any other relationship. But I want women to know, when I stand here and speak before you and speak in defense of you, I don't support every woman choice. I don't support everyone of decisions, because everybody is an individual. But when it comes to men and me talking about men, no, I don't. I'm not a man hater where I'm going to go and just start out in men, taking men out just because they're a man. When I say I hate men, it's just because, like, you're not lovable. I have found myself now telling men more than often to let them know, if we are going to leave it, even getting anywhere ahead of anywhere with each other. Like, I'll instead of saying I hate you, I'll be like, you know what? I don't know if this is going to work because you don't seem too lovable. You're very unloving. And they'll be like, I am loving. I am lovable. You're not loving. You're not lovable. Your aggression, your anger, your resentment, your defensiveness, your choice of words, your macho man mentality. And when I say macho man, I'm talking about macho men that is aggressive, that's angry, that are it's defensive and think because they are men that they have the power over women naturally. Of course, men are twice as strong as women. Of course, someone like myself that's 5'1", and I'm not going to say how much I weigh, but I am thick. And I'm not too happy about it. I cannot overpower a 200-pound, 6'1" man. Now we even try, right? And that brings me to, when people and women in particular, I especially feel like, I feel like I supposed to am here to take up for women, stand up for women, and just make it about women, and we stand together. Women empowering other women is a beautiful thing when it's done right and correctly. Right. So when I say what is a good man, mostly, and when they say and when that they mean about what is a good man, what is a good man, I don't know that to be like law. I know, like, in the context or the concept of having a good man, like a decent guy that loves you, that respects you, that honors you, that supports you, that encourages you, that lets you be yourself, that just know that accept you for who you are, love you for who you are, have empathy, understanding, integrity. Uh, but usually when we talk about the trope, because I feel like that's a trope, and I feel like it's a myth when we talk about what is a good man. So usually when say and I hear what is a good man, it mostly appeals that a good man is a protector and a provider. So the good man protects and provides. That's all he has to do, is protect and provide, right? He has to make sure that, which can be a burden on a lot of men who don't want the responsibility of always making sure that the woman is okay, or he has the full responsibility of making sure everybody's okay. But that comes with problems, right? Because a good man, of course, it's great that a man has a decent job, help pay the bills. If need be, he has to go to the front of the line for his woman, for his wife. But usually when I hear a good man, like, they talk about a man leading. And a lot of men take on that leadership role and they don't have no leadership qualities. They be like, well, I want to lead, I'll lead. So I don't deal with men or even entertain men that think that men are supposed to lead. I don't get involved with men that don't believe in equality, right? And then they'll turn into something totally different. I don't, and I wouldn't get into a relationship that we have to play different gender roles, right? So yeah, there are different gender roles, but and there's different roles in a relationship. But to make it traditional and to make it law and to make it like, oh, okay, well, I am the man, I'm supposed to lead. So women, you need to ask yourself this, or you should ask yourself this to rephrase it and question it better. Not because I'm not judging anyone. I don't judge people. Not like that. I don't. It may sound like it, but I don't. People could do whatever they want to do. And I'm here for women, just sharing my experience and my knowledge. Um, we as women should not even be afraid to speak up. And women, if you are the type, let me start writing while I talk. So, women, I feel like when you say that you want a man to lead, it's it's like, okay, if he lead, does he have the qualities of a leader? Is he a leader? Is he willing to take full responsibility for the team if the sink ship? Of course, everyone involved has to take responsibility. But as the leader, as the one that you know, is taking control over the relationship, for you to put your trust into a man and solely rely and depend on his decisions, and he don't feel that your decisions matter or it's not good enough, you need to think about these things. Like, if the relationship fell, if it didn't work out, is he the type of man that would take responsibility and say, oh, well, you know what, the relationship fell because the lack of effort on my part, the relationship fell because of the lack of attention I refused to pay you, or the relationship fell because of the lack of effective communication that we didn't have? Is he willing to take on that role? And are you willing to accept that? Right? So we put all this heavy burden on men to make them feel like they always have to be strong. I tell men that I know, listen, you don't always have to be strong, right? You don't have to be strong. Like, in certain cases, yeah, we definitely want you to, as human beings, just as an individual, pull it together, have some strength and resilience. But as women, and as me not being in a relationship, don't want a relationship, not looking forward to a relationship anytime soon. But from my knowledge that I've gained and my observation and just experience, that men don't always want to be strong. But by saying that my husband, my boyfriend, my partner is a good man, he provide, he leads, he should lead. I don't know what to do. And I hear women talk like this. I'm like, what? You are a great. Well, I don't go that far. I don't, because I want people to like me for being honest and not being mean. Okay, so in the back of my head, when I hear a woman say, I don't know what I want, and these are women that's in their 50s, and I was shocked that she said this. I'm like, you don't know what you want. I know what I want. That's the reason why I feel like when women say that they men lead, they don't know what they want. They lack the ability to make reasonable decisions. Right. So, but if you are, and okay, to be honest, to be fair to my beautiful women that I support and encourage, and we will continue to empower each other. It's nothing wrong in the beginning of a newly fresh relationship, a fresh relationship, new, just exciting, to follow a man's lead, right? In a sense of his qualities, his characteristics, his mannerism, how human, I mean, his human decency, the decency that he shows. I don't know how long that would take for a woman to determine if could she want to continue to pursue him. Because nowadays men, they don't hide who they are. 2 weeks you'll be like, oh, hell no, I can't mess with you, you are a sicko. Right. So if it's okay for you to want your man to lead in the beginning, but you also have to watch out for those warning signs, which is called red flags. Like, Is he capable of making decisions that you two won't be able to make together? But you wouldn't like solely rely on him to make all the decisions for you and him. His him being consistent, him being a man of his word, or just being holding and upholding his word, not reneging on his word. The way he treat other people, his ambitions. Like if a man don't have no ambition, then I'm not messing with him. I'm sorry. Right? If a man don't have great qualities that I look for in a man, like kindness, um, being gentle, and some sort of way of fashion, some sort of way, right? Being gentle, being understanding towards a woman, understanding that I am a woman, you are a man. We are not that different. It's just that we're separated by our sex. Of course, we think differently. They say men are more logical and women are emotional. Does he think like that? Like, because men are definitely emotional, because that anger that resides in them and the resentment that resides in them, it explodes over time. I met a guy and I knew that, oh gosh, I'm telling you, I just be in the streets. Stop dealing with men that say women are for the streets. You know what happened for women that like they say are for the streets? These women get violated and assaulted and hurt and bruised and unalive. What type of mindset does that type of man have where he um encourage a man to say it or push for a woman being for the streets? I don't deal with men like that. But men that have intelligence, emotional connection, intimacy, uh, open mindedness, all the things that's a human being should have is decency. We're not saying that men are supposed to be perfect, but at the same time, we as women, we can't reduce the burden on our men, or not our men, on men, so they think and know that they don't always have to be so strong. They don't always have to be so tough. They don't always have to have this macho man bravado. They don't always have to pound the pavement, or they don't always have to, knock down the doors. They don't always have to come to the rescue, right? Because a lot of them do suffer in silence. They do suffer inside. You would never know your man is suffering inside because he's providing and he's protecting. It's not that I could see if he's protecting you as far as from hurt and pain, which we all suffer, we humans. Suffering is good, but not for long term, right? To make us at least a better person, get to know ourselves as individual when it comes to suffering. But men do suffer too. And they suffer in silence and they don't speak up. And they resort to self-sabotage. And when I hear the myth of the good man, it's like, does that exist? Like I feel like, and I'm not gonna lie, good men are boring in that context. I heard, and one guy I was talking to, he's like, I'm a good man. I was like, I don't like good men. Don't tell me that. He's like, oh, you're gonna fall in love with me. I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't even know you. I don't have a reason to fall in love with you. I don't like that term good men. Don't call me a good woman, right? Because a good woman is supposed to be a submissive woman, honor her husband, obey her husband, worship her husband, respect her husband. And when they talk about women respecting her husband or respecting her partner, the only thing they're thinking of and have in mind is fear. You don't have to be feared to be respected. um and that's something that I'm not going to do. I'm not going to obey no man. I'm not going to worship no man, any man. I'm not going to respect the man in the sense of, or the aspect of fearing him because he's a man. And when men say like, oh, we just want respect, we just want respect, no, you just want fear. You just want fear from the person that you're telling that you need respect from. A good man, what he has this quality about him that makes him seem boring, that he doesn't have to put any effort into the relationship. All he have to do is what is expected of him, and that's like protect his woman from any harm, provide, bring home the bacon. And today's society and culture and economy, there's no such thing as a one family income. I'm not staying home. I can't stay home. You shouldn't want to stay home. um we can't stay home. A two-family home, excuse me, a two-family income grows the home, helps the home grow. Sorry, I had to cough for a second. So yeah, let's stop thinking of men as good men and just think of them as a good person. a decent human being. They shouldn't have to have this weight upon them to think that they have to do certain things. Hold on for y'all. Hold on for a second. Okay. I'm back. I had something in my throat. I got my window open. I guess the dust is coming in, but thank you for listening. I apologize. But yeah, it's like kind of I don't know, it's a double-edged sword. Men have expectations of women too that we oh gosh. Mm, I gotta let this window down, but I want to continue this before I end. I don't want to give you a shitty live. These live are just to boost the algorithm, and I'm just talking to my audience that's listening in, and maybe they could gain something from this, right? So, like, I feel like the good man trope. It's a trope. I think it's a myth. I don't think it's reason. Excuse me, reasonable, and I don't think it exists, right? So it's like separating a good man from a bad man. Like, what if women went around and said, "I want a bad man," and a bad, excuse me, and a bad man turns out to be better than a good man, and we know that okay, a bad person is a bad person, a good person is a good person. How can we determine what is a good man? Of course, if you are in a relationship with a man and you say he's a good man, there's nothing wrong with that. But overall, in general, to say, oh well, I want a good man, where are all the good men? I feel like we be fooling ourselves with that good man, good woman bullshit. The good man is supposed to protect and provide. A good woman is supposed to be submissive. I can't do that, and that's okay. If you are a type of woman, if you are the woman that are is submissive, and you are the type of woman, and you are that woman, excuse me, that wants your man to protect and provide, that's okay. That's good. But that's not law. That's not general. That's not for everyone. Men don't want to be protectors and providers. They want to do what they want to do. They want to drink. They want to smoke. They want to fornicate. They want to gamble. They want to self sabotage. I have met men that said that they are homebodies. I don't like homebodies at all. Right. And we as women need to look out for these little traits, these little flags, these warning signs in men that say that they are homebodies, that they don't mix, they don't mingle, they don't socialize. Um, that they don't go nowhere. I don't deal with, and I wouldn't date, and I have come across a lot of men that are cheap, that are celibate, that stay home, that they work, they have a job, they come home, and that's all they do. They don't socialize. And if you were to look it up, and they say they antisocial. So with that being said, is usually when antisocial personality is considered a sign of psychotic or psychopathy, and it's true, right? A lot of men hide behind closed doors and isolate themselves and thinking that's healthy. That's not healthy. I like men that are fun, exhilarating, that likes to have fun, that likes to get to know the world, embrace the world, don't look at the world as a wicked place. I like a man that's open and honest, which is hard to find. And I don't judge them for it. I just don't, if I don't see it in them, if I don't see the trait in them, I just would not even waste my time. So there are times where I have gotten, right? Men have played little tricks and I played it back. And I tell men, I don't want to play mind games with you because you'll never win. And they don't. And I feel bad at the end because I let them know you won't win this with me at all. So, and I don't judge men according because they're men. I don't hate men because they are men. I I lack love for them because of their ways, because of their entitlement, because of their processes, because them thinking that they own you and that you are property and that you are less than. Not all men, and I shouldn't have to say that all men, but the men that are this way, we all should consider the fact that there are men that think they are entitled to women, that think women are beneath them, that think women should be inferior, that don't think women should have rights, that think women should not have a voice to speak on, don't think women are supposed to be empowered. They get so sensitive about women making their own decisions as far as like a woman being free, which I am a free woman. I'm not married. I'm legally single. The court recognized me as a legal single mother, just like the court recognized two people that are married as legal. It's hard out here for single women. Then you have men that sit there and criticize and harsh criticism towards single mothers. Like these are problems where I steer clear from the men in their thinking that women are supposed to be tied to a leash. That's not cool. I had one guy say to me, "Oh, I could see and I could tell every woman that's single." I'm like, "How you could tell that?" Because he said, "I never seen him with a man because he's married. You know, I know him and his wife." I'm like, "So what? You see a woman that's single or she don't have a man? Was she supposed to have a leash around her neck?" Right? Being single is a little bit more freeing for women, and being in a relationship is more benefiting for a man because men are much happier in relationships, even though that's what the study shows. And women are much more happier single. I'm not the type of woman, and I know there are a lot of other women out there that don't fulfill the expectations of men, right? I let them know when a man start calling you nice ladies, correct him right there, be like, no, I'm not nice. Because as soon as you and him get into like a argument and a disagreement or debate, because men that don't argue or don't disagree or don't debate, those are the men I don't deal with. Those are men that lack critical thinking skills, and those are the men that don't develop critical thinking skills from a different perspective. So those are the ones that I know that I wouldn't be dealing with when they be like, oh well, I don't argue, I don't debate, and da 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 da, and this and this. I could never feel safe with a man that tells me I'm argumentative. I could never feel safe with a man that tells me I like to debate. I could never feel safe with a man that feel like he has the power over me to make decisions. Right. So men these days now, they have it in the back of their head that women are not supposed to even have a voice. And that's okay. Those are not the type of men that I want to be around. And I have met guys that are so quick to say, uh, they express their thoughts to me in a way where I'm like, I had one guy say to me, "Oh, like, oh, I wish women were like the '50s," and this is a man in his '50s. So I don't, I still steer clear of men like that because it's safe. And all I'm saying to women is, don't be scared to speak up. And another thing I would like women to at least take into consideration for the moment is, because I got off track. If a man tell you that you're nice, you correct him and say, "No, I'm not nice." I mean, I do nice things, but I'm not nice because as soon as a man tell you you're nice and you do something he like, he gonna try to blame it on you and make you the victim to seem like you switched up. That's where that trap come in at. And I let them know, don't call me nice. I'm not nice at all. Don't expect me to be nice to you because I'm not. Right? And they were like, oh, you sweet. No, I'm not sweet. You don't even know me like that. You just met me like, oh, 2 weeks ago. How am I nice? We didn't even go out yet. We didn't have a drink yet. Stay away from men that's cheap. If you are a giver and he's cheap and he expecting you to give to him and give, that means he's a taker, um and not a giver. Stay away from men that think women are not supposed to be independent. Men and women are in a relationship, they supposed to be independent of each other. They're not supposed to simply rely on one another, right? It's like you could have a bond, you could love each other, but that codependency is dangerous and it's not even healthy. In relationships, everyone's supposed to be an individual and they're supposed to keep their independence. That's what makes a relationship grow. And men that label women independent, it's like they make it into a slur. Like, what's wrong with a woman being independent? What's wrong with you being independent? So you mean to tell me you want me to solely rely on you for everything? That's not going to happen ever in this life. Okay. And that's where I gather. a lot of men, well, and a lot of women, they take the side of the men and be like, oh yeah, no, I may be independent, but it feel good. That's not what we're talking about. Every woman, every man should have their own individuality. They should keep their own individuality. They should keep their own hobbies at bay. They should have their own separate interests. Of course, you're gonna do things together. Of course, you want to bond and make the relationship grow to a healthy stage where you two fall in love. And I've been reading about this. Is the difference between falling in love and in love. I'm trying to figure out the two. Falling in love and in love. Um, that's kind of hard to figure out, right? Because a lot of people think that, love is not a skill. Love is a skill. Love is a practice. You learn love. I ask men and women, I'm just asking you, just because of my experience alone, the questions you should be asking a man if you think and you want a good man to determine if he would be a good man is, do you believe in love? If they can't answer that, then I don't know what to tell you. Then that's not the one for you. If they have an answer other than no or other than yes, then there's no need to talk about that. Like, you're not for me, you're not my type. Um, I definitely believe in asking a man, like, what. I don't ask men what are their intentions. I don't ask men what are we, because that's a little bit too soon, too quick, too fast to let him feel, make him feel more important than what he is. I let it rock. Some men you have to. Some men are just so aggressive in nature, and angry and resentful towards women, that any woman that come their way, they feel like, oh, they have the upper hand. I also let men know, and women, ladies, you should also let men know that you're not lonely. You have male friends. Uh, Definitely inform them that you do not want a relationship off top. I can provide. Oh, do you believe in friendship? If a man don't have female friends when you meet him, and he said, no, I don't have no friends, I'm not seeing nobody, I didn't ask you that. I just want to know, do you have female friends? If you have female friends, then that's good with me. If you have female friends, that means that you know how to establish a friendship and keep and maintain a friendship. I don't feel like having female friends or male friends should be indicated that you slept with all of them. One thing I won't ask men, and they should never ask me, is what your body count is. Like, that's stupid to me. That doesn't even make any sense at all. Because what's the point of saying, what is your body count? Does it matter? Right? Men these days, they have little, and I'm just giving my information based on my knowledge and my experience, how they go about trying to manipulate women, thinking they can manipulate women. Stay away from men that listen to all these male podcasts, because these male podcasts give these men scripts, and they go off the script, and and they sound just like a script from the male podcast on how to manipulate, how to treat a woman, what to expect from a woman. And I'm not going to get too gritty and too nasty with my listeners, but as a woman, you should make it be known, or let it be known, what you like. And I'll give you one example. I was talking to one guy, we talking and everything, and I asked him, I asked like most guys this, because I don't feel like, and it depends on the guy. If I'm not attracted to you, I'm not attracted to you. If I'm not sexually attracted to you, I'm not going to sleep with you at all. You definitely have to be sexually attracted for me to sleep with you. I have, no, excuse me, I'll rephrase that. I have to be sexually attracted to you for me to sleep with you. That's it, that's all. Right? So the next thing I will ask a man, a guy that I'm seeing, not seeing, but getting to know, I don't know. I'll be like, so what do you do for fun? What do you like to do for fun? They Men get stomped on these questions. I'm like, okay, he's boring. They'll be like, I don't go nowhere. I stay in the house. I'm like, oh, so you're a homebody? They be like, yeah, I'm a homebody. I'm like, check off my list. Not suitable partner, not a suitable friend. And I know it may get gritty, but I'm letting you know just so y'all could be informed. I don't ask men if they have girlfriends. If I just met you and you trying to holler at me, I'm not going to give you the impression or indicate or imply that I am looking for a man. So I'll just let bygones be bygones. I let it flow. I let it flow and steady. But now, if it push come to shove, and his behavior may lead to me believing that he has a girlfriend, then I'll ask. Right. But if he's not consistent, if he's not available, if he's not interested in, so I don't want to accuse him of having a girlfriend and he doesn't, and he's just not interested. Right. Another thing I do, and I'm gonna be completely honest with my audience. Men are predators. They violate women unnecessarily, and no man is supposed to violate a woman, but they do, because they feel like they have this power over a woman, that they could take over, and that they could make her feel inferior. And I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it again. If a man tells you he's anti-social, excuse me, if a man lets you know, I'm antisocial, I don't socialize, I stay in the house, I just do this, I just do that. Consider the fact, the possibility that this antisocial behavior that he said he has, it could be a sign of him being psychotic, psychosis, psychopath. Okay. Another thing I do ask men, like, because they talk about what they want, or they don't hesitate to say, well, I want to F you, I want to fornicate. Fornicate means as in effing, right? A lot of women are not aware, and they wouldn't do this because they are scared to be looking like they are difficult in these situations. No, you're not difficult. You're just intelligent. And it's not your fault if you're speaking to a man that lack intelligence, that lack critical thinking skills, that don't have the capacity to think out the box. After you ask them, you go cover all the bases. You let them know, listen, if we want to have sex, we definitely have to get ourselves checked out. I want a test from you. You get a test from me. Um, and another thing is, I ask men, oh gosh, and I close it off with this. Another thing I ask men without hesitation is if they go down. This is the grown and sexy part, but I do. It's okay to check a man off your list if he doesn't go down. That's a part of sex, right? And a lot of men don't know about female genitalia, female they think they know. They sit there and assume and make assumptions and jump to conclusions, and 99.9% of the time they are wrong. And some of them will lie and say they do and they don't. This is why it's okay for you not to jump into a relationship, or even give that man the expectations that he will have a relationship with you. So I would say, of course, you want to be with a man that's intelligent and you both on the same page. You could think outside the box together. You can have disagreements. You don't have to agree on everything. Accept him for who he is. I accept men for who they are, but I'm just not going to accept them in my life as my man or as my friend. So if a man is celibate, if he's cheap, if he's a homebody, it's a lot. It's not a lot. It seems like a lot. If he's a homebody, if he's antisocial, if he don't have any ambition, I'm not going to even consider you a friend, or a male friend, because that goes to show me that you are not caring about your life, right? If a man is not healthy or eat healthy, of course he could eat what he want to eat and drink what he want to drink. But if a man don't incorporate like a portion of vegetables in his meal a day, because I've heard men talk about, like, what you cook today? They're like, oh, I made some fish and rice. I'm like, oh, you made some fish and rice? Oh, okay. What kind of vegetable did you have? They be like, no, I didn't have a vegetable. Or I meet men that say they don't drink nothing hot. They don't. Okay, you could drink coffee and you don't have to drink tea. You could drink tea and you don't have to drink coffee. But to say that you don't drink anything hot, oh no, that's a red flag to me. Okay, this is Bronx After Dark now. Okay, yours truly. I'll come back after dark and speak. Okay. I'm just so happy that I held on to my 6 listeners. Thank you so much. This, thank you for stopping me. Okay, I'll do it after dark. I'll cut that portion out. I was getting beside myself. Oh gosh, yeah. Okay, this is a little bit too early for me to be talking to my. Yeah, you're right. It's 11:51. Oh shit. Oh gosh. It's just the moral of the story is like stop putting like this fantasy in your head that men are supposed to be good and they supposed to be this one and they supposed to look a certain way, act a certain way, provide a certain way, protect you in a certain way. Most men don't want to protect or provide. Most men don't want that responsibility. Of course, if you married to a man, he's supposed to have those qualities. Like, yeah, I feel safe with my man. I feel like if I go to my husband and my man and my partner, that and I'm gonna cry my eyes out that he would accept me and embrace me fully for me coming to him. Yes, I know that if I lose my job, my husband will carry the both of us, vice versa. Or if I lose my job, or if my husband lose his job, he would rely and trust on me because finances ruin marriages and relationships. So it's best that everyone have their own income. Okay, but as far as like women getting to know men and just I feel like you need to make your needs and wants be known before you get in a relationship with anyone for the women that want relationships, right? Because men don't think that women are intelligent. They think that we deal with emotions. But if you say to them, like, listen, you're emotional, you're very emotional right there. You are so aggressive, you are so angry and so resentful in nature. Why are you coming at me so aggressively? All I did was ask you a simple question was, what did you eat today? Or how was your day? I don't even ask men how was their day anymore. I don't. I don't. Let me read these comments. Mm. Oh, okay. Here we go. Sherry speaks. Hi, Sherry speaks. Yeah, yours truly. You put me in my place. Thank you. I was gonna go a little bit further, so I can't pin the comments, but I refuse to have phone conversations when they want to be seductive talk. They will pay 97.6 baby. Slide up the credit card and me free. You right. Thank you. They try and it's disrespectful. They do, but you know what? Because you know what? Yours truly said this is after dark, so I'll go after dark with my after dark talk, but that'll be a great idea. Thank you, yours truly. So that's what I'm gonna do, Bronx Girl After Dark on my live shows. I appreciate that. But no, you're right. And okay, last but not least, and I know it may seem like a little harsh, but I give people a chance because I'm open and I feel like in order for us women to see how far a man is willing to go to like sting you, the man will sting you before he hurts you. I will tell you this. I will share this with you. I don't mind getting stung. I don't mind taking in hurt because I get over hurt and stinging. I get over. What I won't allow a man to do is break my heart. I told the last guy, I was like, listen, you sound like a heartbreaker. I will allow any other man if I were to allow that to break my heart, but not you. You're not worth it. Right? You're not worth me going through turmoil and hurt and shame and humility for you. You're not worth it. You already showing signs that you are incapable of loving and you are incapable of being loved. I said that. He's like, I am a lovable person. I was like, no, you're not. I would never love you. I let men know this. I would never love you. So don't even think about pursuing anything with me. You showed me and you turned me off. I try to give second. Well, I don't give second chances, but at least I could take in consideration. Okay, maybe he was just having a bad day. Maybe and not. He's not all the way aggressive. 100%. He's not all the way aggressive, angry, resentful. 100%. There are good days, but usually, like if you start off with aggression and anger and resentment and being unlovable, then it's not gonna go but so far. Okay, I just retreat to my corner and let him be and let him know. And then I don't know, I'm gonna come back probably Friday and talk about it. And y'all could tell me if I was wrong before I go because we're about to wrap it up. It's 11:56. I guess I'll end it at 12 o'clock just to show my appreciation for the audience that's been here for how long we've been on 48 minutes, which I appreciate and love. So I told this guy, I said, listen, you're my first option. I don't mean to make it sound harsh or insensitive, but you're my first option. You're my first choice. and let me be your last option. And when I say let me be your last option, because I don't play games. I feel like if you want to come to me, you come correct. And a lot of women be like, well, you know what? I don't want to be an option. Because first of all, if we're not in a relationship, there's no reason for you to prioritize me. There are reasons why men have options and women have options. So you can narrow that down to make a choice, to make a better choice. Like you're gonna weed out the unlikelies. You're going to at least put an effort and give your attention to the person that you like, and you will know this as an option because the men would tell you like, yeah, look, I'm not, I don't have a relationship, I'm not looking for a relationship, but I have friends and I like you, blah 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 blah. But if you are that woman that take it upon yourself to give him an ultimatum, then no, you're going to continue to be an option. And when I say told him to make me his last option, all I meant was like, when you consider me and you want to come at me and you want to get to know me, be prepared, be on point, no half ass, no half stepping. If I had to fight for you, if you was worth it, right, I would. Let me know how many women I got to knock down. And I'm not talking about physically, because we as women, we have the power to get the man that we want, right? And a lot of women don't use those powers because they will be seen as too powerful. I told him that he was my first option, my first choice. I think he got a little bit offended behind it. I guess he didn't see the point in me saying, where, you know what, if I had to choose someone, I would choose you to be someone that I'll get to know on a consistent basis, right? I feel like men, they lack comprehension in many ways than one. It's no need to hide things. Like if you have options, you have options. Options are good. And if we're not in a serious relationship and if we're not committed and we're only dating and you just letting me know, I'm like, yeah, okay, you know what, Bronx girl, I have female friends that I like, that I'm interested in. I would like to get to know you also. We could stay in touch, stay in contact, communicate, go out, hang out. And I was with one guy, right? And I'm gonna tell y'all ladies this. I'll tell y'all this. So a lot of women, and I'm gonna try to hurry it up. A lot of women say that when they text a guy, that they don't answer, and but when they're in front of their guy, they always on their phone. So let me tell you, I'll tell y'all this. I went to my friend house, and I'm just gonna call him a friend for now. I went to my friend house. We was talking. We was chilling. So he didn't see. I was sitting at the end of the bed. He didn't see me looking at him. If he did, he played it off really well. So I guess So I guess he got a text message. He looked at it and he put his phone away. He didn't respond to it. He just looked at it. He put his phone away. I was like, that gives me that gives me the indication, and that gives me the understanding that if I'm texting him, he probably do the same thing with his other friends, right? I probably text him, he see it, he don't respond to it because he was like, "Why we got our phones up?" Like that was another occasion he told me to put my phone away because he don't have his phone out. He don't have his phone out. Right. So when women say, listen, oh, I text him, he didn't text me back, but when I'm with him, he be on his phone. That wasn't the case with us. Every man is not the same. He put his phone down. He looked at the text, he didn't reply to it, and I just smirked. I was like, oh shit. And then, we just started talking and everything, but I didn't ask him because I'm not going to ask a man who you talk to, who you texting, none of that shit. I don't care at all. Like, I'm not going to say get off your phone, but he did say to me, "Oh, get off your phone. I'm on my phone. I got my phone put away. Put your phone away. We just watching a movie. Okay, we just watched the movie. I didn't want to go there to watch the movie. I just went there for a couple of minutes not to watch the movie. But women, you jump to conclusions. Don't jump to conclusions because not every man do that. Some men are dumb enough and smart enough. I'm gonna say smart enough to know how to go about things. Just because you text a man and he don't text you back, and if he is with someone, so what? Right? You can't do nothing about it. But in this instant, and in this case, this particular moment, I've witnessed it for myself. He received a text. I was at the end of the bed. He looked at it and he put the phone behind his head. He didn't engage in the text. He didn't reply to the text. And that's when I went and I just lied next to him. I was like, okay. So when he don't text me, because he did like go on a stage where, I text him and he didn't reply. It was no big deal because we understood each other at this point. Right. And so I'm like, oh, okay. So if he is with someone and I text him, he saw my text or probably saw my text and he put his phone away. That's not a big deal. Okay. Right. What if he's at work? Thank you. Yours truly. Oh my gosh. Yours truly is just so, oh my goodness. I appreciate you. That's what I say. Like, what if he's at work? Right? He don't always have to be with another woman. But I felt like he wasn't conscious of what he was doing. It was just a cute moment. Like he got the text. It could have been from anyone. I'm not saying it was from a girl, but he looked at it and he put his phone away. He didn't respond or he didn't text. So I guess he gave me the impression or let me know, listen, I do the same thing with other women. If you text me, if that's the case, if you text me, I look at it and I don't respond. So that's what I would have to say. You know what I mean? A lot of women get caught up and hung up on men not texting them. And like yours truly said, what if he's at work? Exactly. Men do have jobs and they work hard and they may be assholes and all of that, but some men know that and they may be homebodies, but the ones that I know that are homebodies have good jobs and decent jobs, but they just are suffering and I'm just not here to save them and not in this moment. So I would like to thank yours truly for always pulling through and coming through and being a great supporter. You are the brain of the channel. Not just saying that, but you have great ideas and you express them freely and I appreciate that. I'd like to thank everyone for just commenting and we'll go after dark. I'll do it after dark, okay? I promise you. I'll keep it neat, I'll keep it clean. So I would like to say thank you for listening to my insight and my perspective. Have a great day. Bye, y'all. I'll put up a heart. I'll put up the heart for y'all.